Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to Wisdom International School's digital classroom for mathematics. So children, we have come to the end of the chapter in polynomials. So this is like factorization by splitting the middle term. Okay, so this usually we had an identity and we were able to factorize it using the identity. Right now what we are going to do is we are going to factorize it by splitting the middle term. This is a different way of factorization, so you listen carefully, and this is very important in your 10th standard also. Okay, so this we do it for this kind of equations where you have your x square term. Okay, that is your terms with that is the degree of the equation is x square. Okay, so this particular equation where the degree is 2 is called as a quadratic equation. Okay, so we are going to see how to factorize a quadratic equation. So what do we do is, first, this is the simple equation I have given over here, so we'll learn with examples. Okay, so here this is the question, x square plus 3x minus 10. So you see here you have got x square, there are two terms we should take care of over here, that is the 3 over here and the negative minus 10 over here. Okay, so the minus 10 which is there in the constant, this is a constant, right? You don't have an x attached to this, right? So this particular thing we will do it, we'll take it, that is minus 10, we'll take it and we'll write it over here. See, we have to find the two numbers such that when you multiply those two numbers it should give you minus 10. All right, and same way we take this plus 3. See, we consider the sign. Okay, with the sign we will consider. So this has got 3 has got a positive sign, so you take plus 3. So the same two numbers should give you 3 on addition. Okay, so initially, see, I have written 5 and minus 2, but now initially you don't know what it is. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll write minus 10 and we'll just make two boxes like this. Okay, minus 10, and you have to make two boxes like this. What should I do? What two numbers should I write so that I get minus 10 on multiplication? And similarly, the same two numbers what I've written for the 10, I should write it for the 3 also. Okay, but on addition I should get 3. Okay, so the first one, this minus 10 which does not have an x over here, that should be done, that we should get that number by multiplying two numbers, and the middle number we should get it by adding the same two numbers. Okay, so see, when I am getting 10, I can actually get 10 in two ways, that is 10 into 1 is 10 and 5 into 2 is also 10. So I will check which one will work. Okay, so if I do 10 plus 1 or 10 minus 1, I am not going to get 3 in any ways, right? See, 10 into 1 is 10 I have got. So 10 plus 1 or 10 minus 1 will never give me 3. So this I will rule it out. I don't want that. Okay, now you see 5 into 2 is 10. If I do 5 plus 2, I get 7, and 5 minus 2 gives you 3, right? So this 5 minus 2, one of them is giving me 3, so I will choose 5 and 2. Okay, so now I will write 5 and 2. All right, so let me write 5. So 5 2s are 10, and 5 plus 3, if I do 5 plus 2, I am actually getting 7, not 3. And if I do 5 into 2, I am actually getting plus 10, not minus 10. So I should get minus 10. So if I should get minus 10, I should have a minus either in front of 5 or in front of 2. Isn't it? 5, if I get minus 5 into 2, I am going to get minus 10. If I do 5 into minus 2, I am going to get minus 10 itself, right? So if I put a minus 5 over here, I'll have to put a minus over here also. But when I do that, what am I getting? 5 into 2, minus 5 into 2 is giving me minus 10. That's for satisfying. But minus 5 plus 2 is actually giving me minus 3. But I'm not supposed to get minus 3, right? I'm supposed to get plus 3. So this, I'm not supposed to put a minus in front of this 5, okay? I'm supposed to put the minus in front of 2. So now if I put the minus in front of the 2, what do I get? 5 into minus 2 is still giving me minus 10, and 5 plus minus 2, 5 minus 2 gives you plus 3. So 5 and minus 2 are my terms. Understood? So this is how I take it. Now I am going to do the splitting the middle term. So the middle term over here is 3x. So I am going to split this 3x. Okay, how am I going to split this 3x? I am going to write the 3x as, see what I have got over here, 5 and minus 2. So I am going to write 3 as 5 minus 2. Understood? See, 3 can be written as 1 plus 2 or 4 minus 1. So many ways are there. But I am choosing 5 minus 2. Why? Because I have found out that we know 5 minus 2 is satisfying the minus 10 condition and the 3 condition. Okay. So I'll have to choose 5 and minus 2 only. So instead of writing 3, I am going to write 5 and minus 2. Okay. But look at the question. The question has got 3x, not just simply 3. So I'll have to put a x in front of the 3 and in front of 5 and in front of 2 also. Understood? So I will be writing 3x as 5x minus 2x. Got it? So now this is how I am going to split the middle term. So now you come down. See, this is the question. X square plus 5x minus, see, this is the question, right? X square plus 3x minus 10. So I am going to write this 3x as 5x minus 2. See, this 3x, I am going to write it as 5x minus 2. So x square is coming as it is, this x square is coming as it is, this minus 10 is coming as it is. Only the middle term, that is the 3x, instead of writing 3x, I have written it as 5x minus 2. Got it? So now what am I going to do? I am going to split this into, group them into 2. So just group them, first 2 terms and second 2 terms. That's it. Okay, you just grouping first 2 terms together and second 2 terms together. Okay, since you have written 5x minus 2x, you are getting 4 terms in total, so you group them as 2 each. Okay, so now when I take the first 2 terms, see, I have underlined it with an orange pen, right? So if I take this, in this x square and 5x, x is common, right? X is common. See, there is a x here. How do I see what is common? I have got 2 x terms over here, x into x. Here I have got 1 5 and 1 x. So this x is common over here, right? There's one x, there's one x. So x is common in both the cases. So I take that x out. Okay, I take this x out, and if I take this x out, from now I open a bracket. Okay, so from the first term x into x, 1 x has come out. So what am I left with? 1 more x. So I write that 1 more x. Okay, and then I have a sign, this sign plus sign I'm supposed to follow over here. And here when I take out x, what am I left out? I am left out with a 5. So I write 5. Okay, so x taken out, and inside bracket I am getting x plus 5. Now same thing I will do with the 2x minus 10 also. Now in this 2x minus 10, what all do I have? I have a 2 and I have a x over here. Here I have a 2 into 5, right? 2 and a 5, correct? So here I can take out 2 outside, but I am also taking out minus outside. Okay, so if I am taking out minus outside, the sign inside will change. Okay, you should be careful with that. So I have taken out minus 2 outside. So if 2 comes out, what am I left out with? I am left out with just x in the first term. Now since I took out minus outside, I will not write minus inside, I will write plus. Okay, so the sign flips. Whenever I take out minus outside, the sign inside the term flips. Okay, so the minus 10 will actually become plus. If it was a plus, I would have written minus. Okay, now here 2 into 5, the 2 is being taken out and I am left out with 5. So now you see, you can just cross check if what you have done so far is right or not by just looking at the bracket term. The bracket term should end up like this, that same term. Okay, here also you're getting x plus 5, here also you're getting x plus 5. So if you're getting different terms, that means you have gone wrong. Okay, so now you come down. So x plus 5 and x plus 5, 2 terms are there in both the things, so you can just write once x plus 5. Okay, and what is left out? From here you are left out with x, from here you are left out with minus 2. So x minus 2 is another term. So this is the answer. Okay, so now we'll look at the second example. 2x square minus 7x plus 6. Okay, so in this, see here in the previous problem, you didn't have any number attached to the x. Look at the question. See, there is no number attached to the x. Okay, so in that case we just look at the last term and do it. Now when you have a number attached to the x, that is, see, you have got the coefficient of x square as 2. So 2x square minus 7x plus 6. So in this case what you will do, you will not leave this 2, you will actually take this 2 and this 6 and you will multiply both of them. Okay, so when you multiply both of them, you are getting 2 6 are 12, actually plus 12, right? Because you have to consider the sign also. So you are getting plus 12. So now this plus 12 has to be taken, and you have to find two numbers to so that when you multiply it should give you 12. Okay, same way in between, in the middle term, you have got minus 7, so write minus 7 as it is, and you have to find two numbers to get minus 7. Okay, so now let us see. So we are getting three conditions. See, 2 6 are 12 is one thing, 3 4s are also 12, it gives you 12. 12 into 1 is also giving you 12. So there are three ways you can write 12, but you should see which of them satisfies the 7 also, right? Now you see, if you take 2 and 6 as 12, if you do 6 plus 2, you are going to get 9. If I do 6 minus 2, I'm going to get 4, right? So I can either add or I can subtract. So adding and subtracting is not giving me 7 at all, right? 6 plus 2 gives you 9, and if I do 6 minus 2, it gives you 4. So it's not giving me 7. So I will cross this. Okay. The second thing is 3 4s are 12. So 3 plus 4 gives you 7, right? So that's giving me 7, right? So I will keep this. Understood? Now even see, in 12 into 1, 12. 12 plus 1 gives you 13, and 12 minus 1 gives you 11. So that is not giving me the what I want. So I will rule out these two. See, there will always be only one condition which will be satisfying. Okay, you can't have this or that. There will be only one condition which will satisfy the equation. Okay, so we'll have to take 3 and 4. Now see, I am going to write it like this. See, 12 has to be written as 3 and 4. Correct? I'm supposed to get plus 12. So 3 4s are 12. Very good. I'm getting it. Now minus 7, if I do it, if I do 3 plus 4, I get plus 7, not minus 7. I am supposed to get minus 7. If I put a minus in front of one of the term, I will get 4 minus 1, which is 3. So I'll have to put a minus in front of both of them. See, if I put minus in front of both of them, what do I get? Minus 3 into minus 4 gives you plus 12 still, and minus 3 and minus 4 both minus sign. So I'll be adding these two, so that gives you minus 7. Okay, because I have to put the sign of a larger number, right? So it will be minus 7. So my terms over here is minus 3 and minus 4. Okay, so now I'm going to split the middle term. So first I'll write the question as it is. 2x square minus 7x plus 6. Now 2x square and 6, I'm not going to change it. I'm going to write it as it is. Only the middle term is going to be split. Okay, so that's why it's called as splitting the middle term. Okay, so instead of writing minus 7, I'll be writing minus 3 and minus 4, or minus 4 and minus 3. It's not going to make any difference. Okay, you can write minus 4 first or minus 3 first. That is not going to change your answer, but you be careful with the sign you are putting. Okay, so here you have to write, since it has got x attached to it, you will have to write x with the minus 4 and minus 3 also. So I will be writing minus 4 minus 3x. Okay, minus 4x minus 3x. Now my second, what do I do? My next method is I group them into two parts, right? I finally end up getting four terms, so I group two terms each. Okay, so 2x square and minus 4x I take as one term, 3x and 6 I take as another term. So in the first term, here you see, we have to see what all is common. So I have got a 2, I have got an x, and I have got another x. Here I have got 2 2s are 4, and there's one more x. Correct? So here what all is common? 2 is common, right? And there's one x common. Correct? So I take out 2x outside. Now when I take out 2x outside, what am I left out in the bracket? I am left out with this x in the first term, and then this sign, whatever I have got minus sign, I'll have to write it, and then the 2 from the second term. Okay, now I'll come to the second group. Okay, here I have got a 3 and x. Here I have got 3 2s are 6, right? So here 3 is common, so I just take out 3 outside. Okay, but again I am taking out minus, because there is a minus sign over here, so I'll have to take out minus 3. Okay, now I'm ending up with a x term here. Okay, because 3 is gone. Now I have a plus sign over here. As I told you, whenever you take out a minus outside, you will flip the sign. Okay, if plus is outside, you don't have to worry, you'll write as it is. If minus is taken outside, you'll have to flip the sign. So the plus turns out to be minus. Okay, and here the 3 goes out, so if 3 is being taken, 2 is what is remaining here, so you write the 2 over here. So now you see the cross check the blue terms. See, the bracket terms are x minus 2 and x minus 2. So that means, whatever I have done so far is right. Okay, so I will write x minus 2 in the bracket, and what else is remaining? The orange ones, 2x minus 3, that will come in the next bracket. Okay, so this is the end of the solution. All right, so now you see I'm doing two problems from the exercises. Okay, exercise 4.4, question number 4, that is main, fourth main and fifth main, both are problems based on this kind of factorization, that is factorizing using splitting method. Okay, splitting the middle term method. So I'm going to show you how to solve one problem. So I've just randomly picked one fourth problem. Okay, so here you see 3x square minus x minus 4 is what is given. So as usual, I will multiply the 3 and the 4 first. Okay, this 3 and the 4, when I multiply, I get 12. Actually, I get minus 12, isn't it? 3 into minus 4 is minus 12. So I am supposed to find two numbers to get minus 12. And here you see I have just got minus x. So that means the number attached to the x is 1. Okay, so I am supposed to get minus 1 over here. Okay, so now here you see I will try to find out the terms. So 2 6 are 12, 3 4s are 12, 12 1s are 12. So 3 different terms again. So here 6 minus 2 gives you 4. So that's not the right thing. 4 minus 3 gives you 1. Okay, I'm supposed to get 1, right? So I will choose the 4 and 3. Okay, so as usual. So now again, you know what I'll do? I'm supposed to get minus 12 is equals to 2 terms, right? And minus 1 is equals to 2 terms, but then I'm supposed to add here. So now if I take 4 and minus 3, 4 into minus 3 is giving me minus 12, and 4 plus minus 3 is going to give me positive 1, because I'm supposed to follow the sign of a larger number, right? The larger number over here is 4, so it will follow the sign of the 4, which is positive. So, but you're supposed to get minus 1, right? But that's not satisfying. So you should put a minus not in front of 3. So what we have written over here is wrong. We'll have to put a minus in front of 4. Okay, like this. So this minus sign you can put anywhere. That will definitely satisfy the 12. But you should see which one satisfies the second term, that is by adding. So according to that, you'll have to choose the minus sign in front of the larger number or a smaller number. Now you see minus 4 into 3 is still minus 12. Minus 4 plus 3 is going to give you minus 1, because the larger number is minus, right? 1 minus and 1 plus you are supposed to subtract. 4 minus 3 is 1, and the larger number is having a negative sign, so you get negative 1. So this is perfectly satisfying. So now I am going to use minus 4 and plus 3. Okay, so now my question is actually 3x square. So let's write down 3x square minus x minus 4, right? So I write the 3x square and minus 4 as it is. Instead of minus 1, that is, there is no number over here, so that means it's minus 1. You will write minus 4x and plus 3x. All right, see, there is a minus 4 and plus 3. That's what we have decided. So I'm going to split this as minus 4x and plus 3x. Okay, so now again my same method, I am going to split this into two groups. Now here you see the first term has got 3x and x. The second one has got 2 and x. See, only x is common over here. Nothing else is common. So I can just take out x outside. So what am I left out with? I'm left out with 3x, and here I'm left out with 2 2s are 4. Okay, and a minus sign as it is. Now here you see I have a plus sign, so I will take plus sign as it is. So I don't have to change the sign inside. Okay, when I take a plus outside. Now let's see what is there in there over here. Here I have got 3 and x. Here I have got 2 into 2 or 4 or whatever you can take it. Okay, so none of them are common over here. Nothing is common. So when nothing is common, I will always write 1 as common. 1 is always common, right? I can just say that 3x into 1. I can say that there is a 1 over here, 1 into 3x. Or I can say 1 into 4. So 1 is always common everywhere. So I will take out 1. Okay, so I take out 1. So when I take out 1, what is left out with? 3x, and minus sign comes as it is because I am taking plus sign outside. Okay, and then 4. So now you see 3x minus 4, 3x minus 4. So my bracket terms, the orange terms are perfectly matching. So this, whatever I have done so far is right. Okay, so I write the orange term once and the green term, whatever I am left out with, x plus 1 once. Okay, so yeah, that's how we do it. Now come to question number 5, fifth main, first question. So there are 4 terms already. There are 4 terms. Okay, so this what we are going to do is, see here, we group them into, already it's been given as 4 terms, so you group it into 2 terms. Okay, x cube minus 2x square as one term, x and 2 as one term. So now here you see in x cube and 2x square, what all are common? You get an x, there are 3 x's, right? And here you have got 2 and x, right? So here what is common? There are 2 x's common. So x square is common. So you write x square. And what are you left out with? X minus 2. Okay, now here you have got minus sign, so you write the minus sign as it is. So here only x and 2 are there, so nothing is common here again, so you will always write 1 outside. You will take 1 outside. Okay, if nothing is common, you take 1 outside. Okay, 1 is always a common number, so you are left out with x, and since there is a plus and you have taken out a minus sign outside, you will be writing a minus. The sign flips. Okay, so minus 2. So now you see x minus 2 and x minus 2 are same. Okay, so you can write this x minus 2 once, that is the blue underlined one. Okay, and whatever you are left out with, x square minus 1 once. So now if you look at it carefully, here again you are getting x square minus 1. Now we have learnt an identity which says x square minus, see, you look here, using the identity. If you have an identity a square minus b square, I can write it as a plus b, a minus b. The same way, you could have learnt it as x square minus y square. So then I can write it as x plus y, x minus y. Okay, it's applicable to all the alphabets, all the numbers. So here you are getting x square minus 1. So I can actually write x square minus 1 square, isn't it? 1 square is nothing but 1 itself. So I can write 1 as 1 square just for my convenience. Okay. So x square minus 1 square, if I follow this identity, I can write it as x plus 1, x minus 1. So I will write this as x plus 1, x minus 1. So this is the end of my answer. Okay. So that's it. So I hope you people understood this. So now we have you can just take this exercise 4.4 and complete fourth main and fifth main. Okay, you don't have to solve the examples which I have given, but the problems, all the problems in the exercise has to be solved. Okay, do it in your classwork. So this is the end of our chapter. So we'll start a new chapter in the next session. Okay, all right, so that me see you in the next session. Allah Hafiz. Thank you.